What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome to Not Your Status Quo. Tonight, we're talking Gen V Episode 5. Before we get into all of that fun, Doug, how's it going, sir?
Well, Keith, let me tell you, I am doing all right. Hey, have you watched anything good on TV lately? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, nothing really comes to mind to me either. All right, well, that was a good stream. Uh, no, I've been so excited to talk about this most recent episode of Gen V with you because holy crap, it was a wild episode and some major revelations, and I kind of feel dumb for not catching some of this stuff sooner. So, before we get into that, Keith, sir, how are you doing?
I am tremendous. The local baseball team has won their first round playoff series and will be advancing to play the Seattle Mariners. So, I did not expect them to beat the Cleveland Guardians, so I'm very happy.
Oh, you're talking about the Cleveland Rapscallions?
The
The
Raps,
Cleveland Barbarians?
the
Yeah,
scum sucking.
I did see that. I checked in on the score earlier today, and they were tied 1-1, I think, with the fifth inning, and I was like, "Oh, come on!"
Yeah, they ended up winning 6-3. So very cool,
Beautiful.
very cool. Hopefully they can keep it going. But we're not
And
here to
they,
talk sports
um,
ball. Are we here to talk sports ball?
oh, let me check. No, no, that is not on tonight's agenda.
We're here talking Gen V, and we got episode 5 of season 2. The kids are not all right.
Keith, I'd say that is a pretty accurate title. Seeing as where they wound up in this episode, no, no, they are not all right.
Unfortunately, yes, they are not all right. But this kicks off with Dave's favorite, a flashback, and
Thankfully, not for too long. It was like
yes,
but it was an important flashback too. And hey, makers of the acolyte, this is how you do it. You sprinkle it in, and it matters to the episode. But Keith, explain it to them so they get a better grasp of how to do flashbacks right.
well, we see Cypher taking care of that burned gentleman that is in that
Hmm.
oxygen tube in his thing, and we assume it's maybe Mr. Gold, his father. We don't know, but
Oh,
he's
I've got an idea.
oh, so do I. He's cleaning him up grossly
Yeah,
and
yeah.
giving him a bath and doing all this stuff.
Oh, I
When
love how his meal is like applesauce mixed with protein shakes or whatever. I'm like, ugh. And man, when he pulled him out of that tube, boy, did he look like Deadpool.
he really did. I was like, oh, they're definitely stealing some VFX from the Deadpool movie.
Yeah. Don't redo it. Just copy paste. No one will notice.
No one notices.
Noticed.
But while this is going on, Sister Sage arrives. I was pretty
Mm,
shocked by that.
I was too, but now I think this more. I ended up looking it up because I have been so confused about where exactly this takes place in the timeline. And I did a little bit of research, read some articles, and it turns out this is supposed to take place after season 4 of The Boys, and it's setting up the next season.
Now, refresh my
So they're
memory. Was
apparently
she with Homelander or against Homelander?
with Homelander,
That's right.
but to a point, she's using him as a tool. If you remember from the previous
Oh,
season, she ends up revealing her like deep hatred for humans. So while we thought, if you remember, while we thought in the last season of The Boys, oh, she's trying to take down Homelander. No, it turns out she feels he's not going far enough.
she's like the Ben Shapiro of soups.
Right. Yeah, man, I protested those humans. Oh, protest. Oh, wipes the blood off. Yeah, no, yeah, I did that too.
Yeah, that was one of the. If we've had any mixed feelings about where Cypher's true loyalty lie, I don't think we do
Mm.
anymore.
No, no.
I was like, oh, there goes my theory that he's trying to help these kids take down Homelander.
Same with me.
But yeah, no. Okay, well, I guess this makes more sense anyway. So
But did you notice while they were
intimate.
making intimate love to one another, how she kept looking at the burned man or Deadpool knockoff the entire
The whole
time?
time I kept thinking that guy's controlling that body, and that's why
There,
she's
yes,
looking him in the
yes,
eyes. I was like,
exactly. And that was my initial thought too. I'm like, oh my gosh, we were so wrong about this, or at least I was. I do not know if you guys had that thought um, in the previous episodes. I did not. I did not realize that that was the direction that it was going in. I just thought, oh, maybe they're related somehow. There's some reason he's taking care of. This guy is important. No, 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 no. Now it's starting to come together, especially with the previous episode where Marie said, oh, no, there's no Gen V in his blood. Of course there wouldn't be.
yep, he's just a human.
He
But
is a shell being used by the burned man.
it's funny, because we see later too. Jordan was talking, and she said, "I felt your pain. You're in pain." And I'm like, "Of course he's in pain. He's sitting in an oxygen tube, completely
Yep.
burned up." I was like, "Wow, they gave us all the clues we needed this time." To
Seriously, this whole episode, my mouth was just like, how did I miss it? Like they're literally just like, here's a buffet of clues.
and I did say it last week. I was like, I think the guy in the tube is controlling him a bit, but it's almost like he just completely takes over his body and just runs with it. Like this Cypher guy
Mm-hmm.
is, I don't want to bring this up, but I don't want any anger. Like in Wonder Woman 84, when Steve Trevor took over that body, like he completely controls it. And I mean, he's like still kind of present in the body, it seems like, but he just has complete control over this guy. And I'm like,
Oh,
that
yeah.
is that's a powerful
Yeah.
soup.
If it's anything like the control that he had over oh my gosh.
Jordan.
Jordan, thank you. If it's anything like the control that he had over Jordan, where Jordan was like, yeah, I was a passenger and I was watching everything, but he was in control. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So, Cypher, whoever, has been in charge of this body for years and years. So I can only imagine the trauma and torment that this, the person whose body that belongs to has been enduring this entire time.
He's a human, and he's out there
Yeah.
spouting how there's a war coming. We got to take him out. And he's like, "Wait, I'm one of them. Please let me talk for a minute." You're not talking. Okay. But think about how powerful this Cypher,
Oh,
the
yeah.
person, he was able to control Jordan at the arena
While
he was
maintaining
still at
his
home.
control.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, that's an immense power. That's Omega level. That's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
horrifying.
And the fact that now he's trying to get other soups to, bring about the ultimate level of their power. Did you ever watch the that series X-Men Evolution? It was on in like
Yeah.
the late 90s, early
I did.
2000s. There was an episode, and I have to assume this must have been based on a comic as well. But there was an episode where they go to Magneto's, metal comet or meteor or whatever that's in
Asteroid M.
in space. Yep, asteroid M. They go there, and he has this device that's actually able to unlock all of the mutants' like most powerful abilities. He's like able to dive right into the X gene and like unlock its full potential. And he gets a hold of Scott and his brother, and Scott no longer needs to wear his glasses. That's how much control he now has over it. And I immediately thought of that as he was talking about, we need to run these experiments. We need to get these soups to their full power level. And especially when he's talking about Marie, exactly what he wants to do with her. And just wow.
And think about, sorry, oh my God, think about what she's already gained in power this season. She
Yeah.
now can basically biokinesis, just move bodies,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, she's definitely getting powered up, and she's probably
I'm
not going to like, because I got a bad feeling he's going to take control of her at some point and do the things that she can do
hmm
to people she doesn't want to do it to.
Oh yeah. Because that has got to be his overall goal, especially when we see how's it going, buddy? Especially when we see, what she's able to accomplish by the end of this episode. I'm not going to get into it right now. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
But when we see what she's finally able to accomplish at the end of this episode, I mean, you can see what direction now he's going in. You can see why he's pushing so hard to get her to that level, why he's trying to unlock her to Omega levels of power.
Yeah, he understands what that Omega level power will be,
Mhm.
and he is pushing it at all stops. But after the fight in the thing, back in the present day here, Cypher is forcing Marie to continue training. He basically says, yeah, okay, you don't have to train, but we're going to send your buddies to Elmira with Kate, finding out he did send Kate.
Somebody has to be punished after all.
That's right. She betrayed me, and someone has to be punished, right? I'm like, wow, this guy is so cold. It's awesome. Such a great villain. And after that, Marie convinces Jordan and Emma to save Kate. It's like, we have to do it. If she dies there, will you be able to forgive yourself? And they're like, no.
I love Emma's response. Yes. Fuck. No. Fuck. No. Like she's having this internal argument with herself, like right there. Like, absolutely not. God, yes, I will. Oh, I'm gonna hate myself if I let her stay in there.
This sucks. And then she tries to convince Sam to join. And he's pretty much not a chance. What she did to me, she can rot there. I could care less. And I was like, okay, I didn't see that. Then I'm like, he's going to come at the last minute and save the day. We are wrong sometimes, people. And I was definitely wrong about that. Because he ends up flying off to his old childhood home.
Mm-hmm.
Sees his parents. They're kind of freaked out. We thought you were dead. We can't, they told us you were dead. We had a funeral and everything. And then when we saw you alive at Godolkin, we tried to visit. They told us you didn't want to see us. So Sam, kind of an immature soup at this point. He's a little not mentally stable, we'll say. He thought they didn't want to visit him. And of course, Godolkin told him his parents didn't want anything to do with him because of what was going on. So he's like, almost gets this epiphany, like, oh my God, my parents didn't want to get rid of me. But he still has that underlying thing. You still gave me Compound V. That drove me crazy. And he ends up hurting his dad.
Thinks.
Yes. He ends up hurting his dad and flies off. And then his mom.
Oh my gosh. I couldn't believe, like, I get that sometimes these soups don't, fully grasp how strong or how powerful they are, but every time I see one of them that has super strength like him, where he just, he goes to shove his dad and then throws him like 50 feet away, it reminds me of how many times we see superheroes in DC and Marvel, do everything in them to not do that. Every time we see Superman just like give a regular punch, knowing full well that he could knock somebody through several buildings.
Yeah, and this obviously Sam doesn't have that technique down yet. But his mom does tell him, listen, we thought the Compound V might help. Your uncle, remember Uncle so-and-so? He had an issue too. So the crazy's not from the Compound V. It was in our family, and we honestly thought the Compound V would help. We thought it could. And I'm sure
And I like
Vought
that.
told him, this'll help. This'll pretty much cure it. Your son's as good as new.
I like that they're showing us a variety of different parents, who gave their kids Compound V and why. Because, watching Just the Boys, we're led to believe that all of these parents agreed to give their kids Compound V because they knew, that'll turn them into a superhero. We're going to get fame and money, and, that's all we want out of this. And that's how the boys almost made it sound like. Now we're hearing, no, that wasn't always the case. For at least Sam, they gave him the compound V because they were told by Vought, unfortunately, that it would help cure his mental illness. And now it makes me wonder, like, did the same thing happen with his brother? Was he also suffering from something and we just weren't privy to it?
Yeah, and I wonder if they'll open up about that. Like, yeah, we
Hmm.
gave it to your brother, who seemed like the all-American kid. Number one at Godolkin, season one, and all that good stuff. That he had issues too, and maybe the compound V helped him a little bit,
Right.
and didn't help Sam. But yeah,
Hmm.
his mom kind of tells him that, and I don't know where he's going to go from here, because, I mean, is he going to be anti-hero? Is he going to go full villain after that? I mean, they've done a good job of not really showing his cards. Like, where is he going to go after this? Is he going to become like a Punisher type? Because obviously he kills people a lot.
Right.
Is he going to
Yeah.
become an anti-hero, or is he going to be a villain? I don't know.
Well,
Watching
he
it,
also has to swear, like what him and Emma did at the end of the last season of The Boys. Because, I mean, granted, he may not have known the full scope of what they were doing or why they were doing it, but yeah, he has hurt a lot of people. Even though some of that time he wasn't in control, he was being told what to do. But I mean, yeah, you're right. He has killed people. He's hurt people. So yeah, I am very curious what direction he's going to go. Personally, my theory for him overall, I don't think he's going to survive this season.
that's definitely a possibility, because with his trauma and distrust
Mm.
of everybody at this point, he could go either way. And with his history of mental illness, it's not a very good combination. So I would not be surprised one bit if he does not make it through this season.
Well, I see the comparisons like constantly, to Black Noir.
Yeah,
They both suffered from mental illness. They both, hallucinated things. Um, and they're constantly striving to, be on the people that they admire, trying to get on their good side. And like, Black Noir, best friends with Homelander, wanted to, do whatever he could and to make him happy and stay in his good graces. And Homelander turns on him. So I have a feeling something similar will end up happening with Sam. I have a feeling that it's probably going to be Cypher or whoever it is, saying, "Oh yeah, if you do this one thing for me, oh well, you failed." you know,
or he takes control of Sam
takes con-
to
takes
fight his
control of
friends,
him,
and they have to kill him.
turns him into a bullet sponge or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah, I can see that too.
It's going
I
to be
mean,
a sad ending for Sam, unfortunately.
that
the
is
kid,
my theory.
the kid playing him is doing a great job too, because you really
Oh,
see him kind of
the
very
emotion that he's
childlike.
showing, especially in this episode.
Yeah, he's doing great. But we also see Polarity goes to talk to Cypher about Andre,
Mm-hmm.
and it's funny because he's beating around the bush a little bit. He goes, "Just come on, ask me what you want to know. Want to know about my son dying? Oh, there we go. Now
There
we're
we go. I already knew that's why you were here. I knew that's why you wanted the job. Please, man, I'm not an idiot.
And then when he basically tells him, I was trying to enhance his powers, and I killed him.
Mm-hmm.
And the knife comes to him, and he stops it. And then another clue that he's
Yes.
just inhabiting this body, sticks the knife in his hand. I was like, okay, now you're overdoing it, Gen V. Just stop. We get it now. We were wrong.
Right,
Okay?
right. I was like, yeah, thank you for rubbing it in my face. I know that I was wrong. Please. Would you like some more, sir?
But well, then, of course, he's like, okay, I have to get back to work. But if you want to sit there and eat,
Go ahead and
It
eat.
won't bother me at all.
Yeah, I just stuck that knife with my own blood, or my puppet's blood, in your steak. But yeah, you go ahead and eat. I've got to take a phone call from this UFC guy.
You knew Dana White was with the UFC.
Yeah.
Nice. But it really, I watched it and said, for one, it was really good that Polarity kept his cool there.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of trying to hit him with the knife. Once he saw once he stopped it and was pretty much stabbing his own hand, he's probably like, okay, I got to think this through before I make my next move. I cannot be rash here. Now, unfortunately, we did see him go home and kind of get the liquor bottle out, so he may have a little time with some self-medicating issues. But I do think he is starting to try to figure out, how do we take this guy down? What do we do to stop what he's doing? Because he's not the good guy that's going to fight Homelander that we all thought it was going to be. Yeah, it's nice. It's almost like we're seeing his story, and when he teams up with the girls who he's already been friends with, Emma, he's already had his stuff. But when Cypher was like, "Oh, well, you tell me. I know you've been down in the archives, and I know you did this, talking to people involved. So you tell me." It's like, my God, he's always one step ahead. And of course,
And I like during their conversation, he subtly breaks the fourth wall with, well, I guess we'll find out next episode.
yes, yes, that was awesome.
And it's like, he really does feel like, with his level of power and with his level of knowledge, it really does feel like somebody who's just in an episode. He's like the Rick in this. He understands that this is a show. He knows everything that's going on. He's watching everyone. He's in control of everything. And so, like, all these, like, TV show things that we see happening, oh, we got to break into the archives and we're going to trick the security guard. He knows this is happening, and he's allowing it to because it's all just a bigger part of his plan.
Yeah, he's like, this doesn't stop what I'm going to do in any way, so let them do it. Let them have their fun. Let them think they're getting somewhere.
Go for it. Yeah,
and
sure.
they're not getting anywhere, and it's very sad, but hopefully they get somewhere. And of course, after seeing that, and then we see Marie, Jordan, and Emma trying to break in Elmira, I'm like, they're so caught.
Not gonna go well.
They're so caught. And of course, they open the thing, and it's like cemented up, and the gas grenade hits the roof. I'm like, of course he knew this was going to happen. He wanted them to go there, and they get captured.
And the thing is, like, they even suggest before they go there, it's probably a trap. They know that it's probably a trap.
Yeah, they're probably thinking, yeah, this is a trap, but we can get through it. And then they realize, yeah, we're caught. Oops. And when we see Kate, how they, prisons like that try to dehumanize you, and making her like get undressed. Well, look at her, get undressed. Take your arm off. Take your wig off. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, I knew she was in rough shape, but holy moly's. And Keith, I am having a brain fart. When did she lose her arm?
Last season.
I don't remember this.
Who was it? I'll have to look it up. But yeah, they took her arm off. Because, was it Homelander? Maybe it was Homelander. But yeah, she lost her arm last season. And she's had that fake
I was
arm.
wondering, because when she pulled the prosthetic off of her, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm thinking, did this happen like in between seasons or something? I'm like, I don't remember that happening. I knew the head injury, that much I knew, but I was like, whoa, oh my gosh, she's in worse shape than I thought.
Yeah, she's rough.
And then, that neckband that they put on them, that is, again, it's straight out of, like X-Men, Deadpool. I mean, the power suppressing necklace thing. Jeez.
Not only power suppressing, but
electric shock.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of course,
you're like,
we see.
Like, how do we make this worse? Well, I just got done watching Andor, and I've got some great ideas.
We're not doing it to the full effect like we could. But, we see Emma's put in a center cage, which looks like it's to stop her from growing too big and busting out of it. And Kate is right there. And we actually see Kate take a staple out of her head, where her head is put together, to basically break out of her collar.
Mm-hmm.
And just when you think her powers are fixed, she tells the guy to give her keys, and he just plunges them into his eye. So, still not working. And of course, Cypher, being Cypher, is there, and he shows Marie that they're holding her sister. And so, of course, Marie is dead set. We're getting everybody free. We're going to get her out. Kate gets out of her prison, releases, she has the keys, so she gets Emma out. They go get Marie out, they get Jordan out, and then Marie basically says, my sister's here, we have to go save her. And they think it's a bad idea. The guards are starting to come, but of course they let them get there because...
Of course. Because they even, again, in noticing everything, they're like, it's really weirdly quiet. There are no guards around. The alarm hasn't gone off yet. And it was like just as soon as they said the alarm hasn't gone off yet, all of a sudden alarm's gone off. As if they were somewhere in the control room like, shit.
Tell everyone it's a false alarm, but we got to get it going off or they're going to be suspicious. Right. And, she basically manages to get into Annabeth's cell. She's dead.
Mm-hmm.
And Marie uses her powers to basically start healing her wound and get the blood back pumping and basically resuscitates her dead sister.
Yeah.
I was like,
that
wow.
is some crazy power. Honestly, I think that makes her more powerful than Newman.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, as far as we know, Newman could only basically pop heads.
Blow people's heads up, yeah.
And you could see more and more every episode, doing a good job not rushing through it, of why Cypher wants her. He needs that level of power, probably to do maybe some kind of extinction event with humans. And
probably,
it'd be, if she does it, it's probably a little easier to hide that we didn't do this. If Homelander's going around killing every human, they're going to figure it out. I was like, holy cow. And then we still had Sister Sage at Elmira talking to Cypher, talking about someone's coming. And we have to do this to get there. And I think she's talking a little bit about what they did to Annabeth. Like, she knows we need to do this. But I think someone else is coming, too. I don't know who it could be. But someone is going to show up early next episode at Elmira to kind of battle these girls. And it's not even to kill them or stop them. It's to keep improving their powers.
Okay.
So I've been trying to I'm like, it won't be Homelander. Won't be the Deep. I don't...
No, if they do have Homelander show up in this season, it'll probably be at the last episode like they did with the first season.
Yeah. It could be Black Noir, though.
Could be.
Come in and fight them to see how they start using their powers and if they can get it leveled up, because Cypher's most worried about... Is this
current version of Black Noir even any good?
No.
I didn't think so. I was going to say, he seemed like, if I remember from the previous season, he seemed like he kept screwing things up. Like, he was not a very good
But
fighter.
that's someone Sister Sage would put out there to die and be okay with it. He's expendable, so...
There you go.
Be interesting to see how that goes. But
speaking of Sister Sage, I want to know what you think. What do you think she meant when she showed up and she told Cypher, you're running out of time? Did she imply that the body is going to die soon, or what do you think she's talking about?
That's a good question. I think he's running out of time from getting caught, whatever he's doing. Like, he's got to finish up these experiments and get
maybe
them...
Homelander will find out or something?
Or somebody, yeah. And maybe it is Homelander. Maybe Homelander will almost be a kind of a hero here. Like, you guys are going too far.
Enemy of my enemy, yeah.
Yeah, and we'll see, but I just kept thinking, at first he has to get this experiment completed and get Marie to that level. Because, we talked about it a few weeks ago, and I do think it's even more so this time. Her control over the blood could help Compound V mix better with other people, have less failed experiments. There's no end to what she could do. She could... If there's it could enhance Compound V in the blood to make everyone more powerful soup.
They could use her to, be a cheat code to quick unlock everybody's ultimate powers.
Yep, exactly.
So they wouldn't have to go through the rigorous training that she's going through.
Exactly.
Wow.
And then she could enhance a bunch of soups, and then, the Starlighters and the humans would be in real trouble. Maybe she meant that Starlight is figuring it out and getting more information. So he's running out of time because the real heroes of the universe are going to show up at some point.
That's true too.
Now, here's a question for you.
Okay.
Do you think Marie will join the boys next season?
I think she'll be in the show. I do not think that she's going to join the group of the boys.
Well, I was wondering, because think about it. Butcher is dying from the Temp V.
Mm-hmm.
What if she can save him?
That would be one way to go, but I think it would, for the show, for the purposes of the show, I almost feel like that would, I don't know, it wouldn't feel right. Like, I think Butcher has to die in the end.
He does. That's why I don't think she will save him. I think she'll weaponize him even more.
Oh.
Like, he is going to have enough power to take on Homelander for a limited amount of time.
One last
he
boot.
will die at the end of it. And
I could see that. Yeah, I could really see that. Like, she could even warn him and say, you don't understand. This will make you highly unstable. And he'll probably look at her and be like, oh no, cunt.
Just do it, Chip. She'll be like, don't call me that again. And he'll just keep calling her.
Oh no, pat.
And now, the other question I wrote down, will Homelander target Godolkin? Because if he figures out a way to make soups that'll rival him, that's a threat to his power.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's against what they're doing. They're all against the humans. But if he feels like he's able to create soups at or above his level, he may target Godolkin.
Oh yeah. Put an end to the whole experiment.
Yep.
Speaking of Homelander, I actually have a question for you.
All right. I love questions.
Since we're talking about this idea that Marie could potentially unlock Omega level powers in these other soups, do you think that Homelander is at the top of his game? Do you think he is at the most powerful he could be? Or do you think he could actually get even more powerful? And if so, do you think he could make Marie, force her to unlock his abilities?
I don't think he's at his highest level of power, because he is like, I'll do a sports ball analogy.
Okay.
He's like the kid who has so much natural talent, he never listens to his coaches. So he has not worked hard enough to unlock his Omega level abilities or his highest potential. And he probably could. If he figures out what Marie can do, he may want to get a hold of Marie and bring her into his camp and be like, power me up, please. Because he does not want threats to his reign. He's already scared of, what's his name? Oh my God, I can't. Who we Stan? Stan Edgar.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, sorry.
He's already a little worried about him, so if he feels that there's going to be soups on that level, yeah, it may be. Mm-hmm. He may take her. He may take down Godolkin. He may try to ruin Cypher and his experiments and all that. And that's honestly what Sister Sage is probably referring to. We're about to be. All this is about. We're about to be outed at what we're doing, so we need to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Whether to Starlight or Homelander, I don't know, but.
Yeah, I could see either one. I mean, both of them could potentially turn into a threat. Starlighters and also the boys, very much so, especially now that these kids are on the radar, because last we saw Emma made Huey just walk off somewhere while oh my gosh, what is her name? His girlfriend.
Starlight.
Huh?
Annie.
No, not Annie. Frenchie's girlfriend.
Kimiko.
Sorry. Kimiko, yes, thank you. So we saw Frenchie walking off, just wandering off because he was told to do so, and Kimiko is just screaming, as he's being disappeared away. The boys were essentially falling apart in the last season.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I have a feeling that these kids and Godolkin University are going to be on their radar. We already know that Homelander's keeping a strong eye on them as well. So, yeah, it literally could be any of the groups in this universe that, wants to target these kids and use them for whatever their purposes are.
Especially, Starlight knows about Project Odessa, so I would assume Homelander does and other people do, and they're not going to let.
If Homelander does know, he knows it on the most surface level possible, because he's not that bright.
Yeah, but
Give me 1 second. I
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
go
no
check
worries. He may definitely be able to figure it out. So, anyone out in the chat, if you guys have thoughts on, what may happen on the last 3 episodes of this season, let us know. I mean, I think we're definitely getting it ramped up from here, so it'll be nice to see. We talked about whether Sam is going to be a villain or maybe a tragic anti-hero, maybe taken over by Cypher to battle his friends. So much could happen there. I mean, if he is taken over and has to battle his friends, and they end up killing him, that's going to be tough for, Marie, Emma, and Jordan, because they're friends with him. Emma was very close to him last season, so it'll be something to see there. Is Marie going to learn how to use her powers to manipulate Compound V or Temp V in someone's blood, and maybe weaponizing him against Homelander for, almost a suicide run against him. Go there knowing he's going to burn out, but he's going to have immense levels of power to take on Homelander until he does. And then, is Homelander or Starlight or anybody going to target Godolkin and Cypher for doing all this? So there's a lot that could come up in these last 3 episodes, and it'll definitely be interesting to see where it all goes. But do you think we should rate this episode now, sir?
I think we should. Want me to start?
Please.
So, as I said in the beginning, I really liked this episode. I mean, first off, it went out of its way to show me, like, I must not have been the only one. So he must have been thinking, okay, you know what? We got a couple of dummies that watch this show. They're probably not going to get it by now, so we're really gonna lay it on thick. And boy, did they ever! But the revelations in this, and all the theories that we were able to craft from it, I mean, alone put this in an impeccable episode. But then on top of that, it's just we're getting good character development. We're getting amazing acting. Overall, I loved pretty much every aspect of this. I like the fact that we see Sister Sage, right from the beginning, so we know that she's involved in all of this somehow. I like the fact that we don't know why exactly she's working with Cypher, but it seems like they both have this deep-seated hatred of humans, so it could be that they're using each other to, accomplish this goal of exterminating humans. But I absolutely love this revelation that Cypher is just oh, sorry, I did say that. Cypher is just a shell. Just a human being. No Compound V in his bloodstream. He's just being used, and the real Cypher / Dr. Gold / Godolkin is the dude in the tube. And wow, once that was laid out, like, first off, just watching him take care of the guy, and then watching Sister Sage eyeball him as they are having coitus, if you will. So watch that, I'm like, that's a little weird. And then when he did the hand stab, I'm like, okay, all right, I get it, show, thank you. But yeah, I mean, there's just so many great moments in this episode. I have to give it an easy 8.5 out of 10. It was awesome. I am really digging the direction the show is going in, and I know that we said it during our last stream, but I gotta say, I think Season 2 is impressing me even more than Season 1.
Doug, totally agree with everything you said. I think the writing is so much tighter this season. The acting has been great, including Cypher, the new villain character, who they really hammered it home this episode. He's the villain, and the Sister Sage, cameo basically in this episode. I was not expecting that at all. I love to be surprised with stuff like that. And when she walked in, I was just like, Oh boy. And then, like you said, her locking eyes with the guy in the tube when they're, being intimate, finding out he's stabbing his own hand. Jordan saying, I felt the pain you were in. I'm like, okay, we admit we're wrong. We know we're wrong. You don't got to keep rubbing it in. Thank you so much. But it's just, the kids going to save Kate. They have to do it. They know they have to do it, even though it's a trap, but they think they're powerful enough to get through it. But Cypher is just one step ahead of them at all times. He wanted them there. He couldn't publicly take them there, but this is the next step in their training, which I will assume was all Sister Sage's plan. Like, she's the one who's manipulating events and letting him know this is what they're going to do and this is how it's going to happen. And that's how he's able to know all these things. It's her, immense intellect using the probabilities of what they'll do. And they're just getting them where they need to be. And then that final test for Maria at the end of this episode. Your sister's dead. We killed her. See if you can bring her back. And then when she was successful, I was just like, oh my God. As happy as she probably is, she brought her sister back. Cypher and Sister Sage are probably much happier. Like, she's progressing faster than we thought she would. And this series has stepped out of the shadow of the boys. We have enjoyed it. I liked season 1. It was good. This is getting too great. They are really doing a great job of letting you know things. They're not holding every secret to the last 2 episodes. It's building up. We're finding out things, which adds a little more intrigue. Oh, well, we need to know this now and this. And they've just have written this plot with all the threads going on masterfully. I love it. I'm going to give this episode 8.2. Fantastic. It flew by way too fast. I can't wait for episode 6 next week because they're just doing a great job. It's so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But anyone out there in the chat, if you saw this episode, want to give your ratings for it, please do. We do have some news and rumors that we're going to talk about here, but feel free to hit us up in the chat. The first 2 are for the DCU.
Okay.
Make a little switch there. The first, where did my thing go? So we've talked before about the Mr. Miracle animated series that is going to be coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like Darkseid is going to be in it. Which makes total sense because he was part of a peace treaty between New Genesis and Apocalypse. He was raised by, Granny Goodness. And despite, relentless torture, he was able to free himself and escape Apocalypse. And that's how he got the name Mr. Miracle. But the reason I bring this up and want to talk about it, even though this is an animated series, we know that the voice actors who do the animation are also the live action version.
Yes.
So we may find out sooner rather than later who will be playing Darkseid in the DCU based on who they hired to do the animated voice. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty fired up for Mr. Miracle anyway. That Tom King run on his comic was so well done.
So, you're looking forward to Wonder Man and Mr. Miracle.
Yes.
I wonder if there's any sort of a literary connection there.
None whatsoever, sir. But, according to Nexus Point News, a Strange Adventures project is in development at DC Studios. For those of you wondering what Strange Adventures is, the main character is Adam Strange, since the Strange Adventures. He's the hero of Ron, planet, and basically war guilt, propaganda, truth versus perception. He basically returns to Earth as a celebrated war hero, and questions arise about what really happened on his home planet. Mr. Terrific was a big part of it. He was kind of investigating, discovering disturbing truths and challenging Adam's legacy.
Very neat.
It was a great run also. That was about the same time that the Mr. Miracle comic came out. And it was very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
And now we got some MCU stuff.
Okay.
You ready for this, sir?
I'm still mad at them, but yes.
Yes, we are still mad. We will be covering Star Wars, the MCU, but we still do not like
Angrily so.
Yes. We will be shaking our fists at
Boo.
everything. But according to Daniel RPK, Elektra will be returning in Daredevil Born Again Season 3.
Really? Okay.
I'm kind of happy for that. I thought,
Yeah.
I forget her name, but she did a great job as Elektra, and such a close ties with Daredevil.
Wait, hold on.
comics.
Are you saying that this actress did a better job than the original actress of Elektra, the movie?
I would never say anything disparaging about Jennifer Garner. But yes, this actress did a better job. Not because she's a better actress, because the scripts and the writing were better for her. Because if you've seen the Elektra movie...
yeah, I told you I rewatched it somewhat recently, right?
You did.
Literally, I only watched it so I could get a clip of that movie's version of, oh my gosh, what is that? The villain's name with the poison powers. He has like an old-timey sounding name. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
I rewatched the movie just to find that because her power set in the comics and in Daredevil didn't actually Typhoid Mary.
Yeah,
Typhoid Mary.
yeah.
So Typhoid Mary in the comics and actually in the Daredevil show doesn't actually have any sort of like poisony or like illness giving powers. She just has like a split personality. That's about it. So like why they went with the name, I do not know. But they must have realized that in Elektra, and that is like the only good decision they made in that movie, is they're like, hey, let's give the character that's named Typhoid Mary some like death poison powers. And so yes, I rewatched the movie Elektra just to find out that information and get clips.
We appreciate the sacrifices you make for this channel, Doug. We appreciate it more than you will ever know.
For a minute, I started feeling like Clockwork Orange. Like, my eyes are taped open. No, stop making me watch this.
You went upstairs. Play me a little Ludwig. What? I said, play me a little Ludwig. And now this next is another one from Daniel RPK, who says, despite his denials, Chris Evans will have a major role in Avengers Doomsday.
Okay, sure. I'm going to be, I will be honest with all of our viewers out there. When it comes to rumors about who is going to be in Doomsday and the other one, not Civil War, Secret War,
Yeah.
Out of the 456 actor chairs that they brought out, at this point, they could tell me that Batman's going to show up, and I'd be like, sure, why not? At this point, I don't care who's going to be in the movie anymore. Stop announcing new actors. I don't care anymore.
There's been a lot of posts where they're like, Vigilante will show up in Doomsday.
Right?
Which,
Might as well.
Please bring him in. He's awesome. Now, here's another Doomsday thing, but it's
All
not
right.
an actor. I don't know who this is according to. Ghost Rider will appear in Avengers Doomsday.
You just said it wasn't another actor.
We don't know who the actor is. It's a character.
Oh, okay, but it's another character that's going to show up.
Yes.
Great. So Ghost Rider's going to be in there too. Cool. Bring Darkseid in too.
Yes.
Please, DC. I don't care anymore. Bring Ego the Living Planet back to life.
We totally.
Oh, is that your next rumor?
No. The next rumors are not about characters showing up in Doomsday.
Okay, good.
The first teaser trailer for Avengers Doomsday will be released in December, attached to Avatar: Fire and Ash.
This December? Really?
That's the rumor.
Wow.
At
So wait, are you
first-
saying that we have to go see the new Avatar movie then?
Yeah.
Keith.
We could walk out after the previews if it's true.
We're gonna pay We're gonna pay tickets to see a movie just to sit through the trailers. And the usher's gonna be like, "Where are you guys going? Oh, we saw what we wanted to see.
We're getting more
Don't you want to
popcorn.
see the movie?
Your bucket's full.
The aliens have fire powers. Something. An evil general is gonna come back again. We've seen this movie twice.
The airbenders are gonna fight.
The airbag.
You know,
Right.
it's funny. When I first read this, I was like, "This is BS." Not then. I'm like,
Hmm.
"No, they're done filming. Now they'll have
Hmm.
reshoots and stuff." But I can imagine Disney after the last couple, outside of Deadpool and Wolverine, the MCU box office has not been bananas like it was earlier.
Nope.
They want to guarantee this movie does well. And how better than to attach a teaser for a movie a year away to a movie they believe is going to be box office bonanza? And I
I
was
think
like,
so.
they're going to do it. We're going to see a Doomsday, and I will put money down. We don't see Doom. We'll see X-Men. We'll see Avengers. It will be no Doom. We might hear Robert Downey's voice, but they are going to save that reveal for as closest to the movie as they possibly can.
Well, okay, they should save the reveal, but we also know that a lot of times the studios get cold feet and have to throw the twist in the middle anyway.
Yes, that certainly may happen, especially because they don't learn. Hey, Captain America: Brave New World. If you wouldn't have told
Yes.
everybody that Red Hulk, was
You knew
gonna be in
exactly
it.
what I was talking about.
Yeah,
That they should have kept the fact that he was, Red Hawk. It should have never been in. I know that they didn't think the movie was going to do well. I mean, it really didn't do all that well to begin with, to anyway, regardless. So their plan didn't even really work. But yeah, they should have kept that secret so that way. Could you imagine the surprise? Could you imagine the amount of people that would have gone to see it the following weekend if their friends would have been like, "You've got to go see this movie. You'll never believe. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to spoil it for you. It's so good. You have to go see the movie. You won't see it coming."
yep. Especially after the one part in the boat where he's starting to get angry and everyone's like, he's gonna Hulk out, then he doesn't. You're like, it's not gonna happen, and then
Right.
it does. It would have been a much better surprise than ruining it with a
Oh
trailer.
my gosh, yes.
Now, speaking of teaser trailers, we could get an official teaser trailer for Spider-Man: Brand New Day in December.
I am actually more excited about that than Doomsday at this point.
I am looking forward to it. The more we hear about it, supposedly the latest rumor about Brand New Day, which we know is filming currently, Charlie Cox canceled an appearance at a Comic-Con. And as soon as he did,
Oh.
everyone started saying he's over filming with Spider-Man, which please be true.
I hope so. That would be awesome. Man, and it wouldn't be the first time either that these people have lied about whether they're showing up and stuff or not. Now all we need is Andrew Garfield to be like, "I'm definitely not in it."
Which please don't be in it. Save Garfield and Tobey Maguire for Secret Wars and Doomsday.
But
Let
Keith, Sony watched the movie and they realized that portals to other universes, that does well. That was the thing that people wanted to see in the movie. That's what made it so much money, is nostalgia and portals.
And we know that movie made a lot of money. So if you do the exact same thing again, it'll make a lot of money. Speaking of that, to go off on a little tangent here,
Okay.
did you watch Marvel Zombies yet?
I did not.
So,
I haven't reinstated my Disney Plus yet.
oh, I didn't either, but I have other ways of watching things. But as I was watching it, they are so set on portals, giant battles, and the way they handled the ending of Zombies, I was like, oh my God, you guys don't have any new ideas, do you? You just think that this is how you should handle everything.
Look, if
Good
it worked in
God.
Endgame, we have to keep repeating it over and over, endlessly.
I was very disappointed. And something that could have been a very unique, exciting, like the zombies episode of
Hmm.
What If was cool. I liked it. I was like, oh, they're really going into the zombie side of it. This was not it. I really, I mean,
Did it matter whether they were zombies? Like, was that
didn't matter at all.
important to the story?
No,
Could they have been robots and it would have been the same story?
pretty much.
I kind of figured that was how it was going to turn out.
What they
Yeah,
did
that
with,
sounds about right for studios
yeah,
these days.
I was very disappointed because I thought they could have done something cool with it, and they just completely dropped the ball.
Well, I tell you what, those of you out there, if you are watching us, whether you are watching us live or you're watching us after the fact on YouTube, let us know in the comments. Get down in those comments and let us know if you actually want us to fully watch, break down, and review Marvel Zombies. If you do, I'll reinstate Disney Plus and I'll sit through it just so I can bring you my thoughts, even after what Keith just told us all.
And anyway, oh wow, yeah. I hope they don't make us do it, but if you do, we will gladly do it. We're here for you guys. But
Hmm.
we also found out we could get our first look images from Vision Quest at New York Comic Con this month, at the end of this month. And I hope that's
all right.
true. I'm looking forward to Vision Quest. I'm hoping it's good. You know, they did a good job with, you know, WandaVision. They did a good job with Agatha all along. I hope they continue that trend down. So I'm looking forward to Vision Quest. It's
Yeah.
what's his name has said this is basically a continuation of WandaVision. Like, so
Perfect.
yeah,
Good.
happy to hear it.
I
And
mean, I feel like Agatha all along was also a continuation, but yeah.
yeah, and I think yeah, all three of them kind of will fit together, which is good. And then
Oh,
our
that would be a cool box set, by the way.
it would.
I've been really getting into like just buying more DVDs and Blu-rays, especially after this whole fiasco and everything. So, oh man, if they released WandaVision, Agatha All Along, and Vision Quest as like a combined, like the trilogy of, Wanda media, oh, I'd buy that in a heartbeat.
I would too. I would have no problem spending the money on that. Okay, and the final bit of news we have tonight. This is a little out of left
Hmm.
field, and I like it.
Okay.
Mattson Tomlin, who
Hmm.
wrote the script for The Batman with Matt Reeves,
Hmm.
says he's trying to connect with Sam Raimi about writing Spider-Man 4. He said that he wants to write a story where Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is juggling between being a husband and a father.
Huh. Okay.
I kind of like that idea. It would be nice to see where that Spider-Man is in his universe, especially if they do it before,
Hmm.
prior to Secret Wars, where it could kind of pull in and you could see what he's giving up, what's going on in his real life. Because it was nice when you saw him in No Way Home when he was kind of like, yeah, things can work out. You know, he kind of
If
figured
they
out.
if they do that, if they do make that happen, I wouldn't be mad if it had nothing to do with his appearance in Secret Wars or in the rest of the MCU. If it was just a standalone thing and a continuation of the other Raimi Spider-Man movies, I'd be fine with that too. Honestly, I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't mind seeing Tobey back as Spider-Man. I think he did a pretty good job playing Peter Parker, and not so, in my opinion, I think he was a better Peter Parker than he was a Spider-Man, but I think he did very good in those films.
Yep. Spider-Man 1 and 2. Spider-Man 2 is still one of the best comic book movies of all time. That was so tremendous. I'm all for it. You know what? If they have a good script and it's not
Hmm.
just
Yes, they have to have a good script.
capitalize on the popular.
Lock the door so Sony can't come in and mess with it. But it needs more multiverse.
We called Tom Holland. He could come to a cameo. We don't want Tom Holland. Get out of here. You guys are rude.
Oh, wait, hold on. We got a CGI vulture we can stick in there at the end.
Did you pay? Oh my God. I can't think of his name. Played the voice.
Michael Keaton?
Yeah, Michael Keaton. Did you pay Michael Keaton to do the voice? Nah, we just threw some cash at
No.
him. We have AI doing it.
We got AI, buddy. Oh, Sony.
You didn't learn anything from Morbius, did you? No, we
That's
did.
right. yeah, we did.
We love
We
money.
released Morbius a second time. Did it do good? No.
You guys tricked us by sharing memes about it, us thinking it was popular.
And we believed it.
How dare you guys trick us executives into thinking we should spend a bunch of money to re-release a movie? I just hope they spent less to re-release it than like the $35,000 it made on that weekend it was re-released.
God.
That is all we got tonight. We actually had a bunch of news and stuff. I was pretty excited. I'm really excited about the Dark Side news and the Mr. Miracle thing because that could be a great series. That comic book run was awesome. Yeah, man.
I would love for them to spend a little bit of time just like doing a series or a series of movies or whatever on the New Gods alone. I mean, just that entire thing is just so cool. Like New Genesis and Apocalypse, their war, watching the New Gods fight against Apocalypse because they're pretty evenly matched. I mean, there's so many stories that can be told about them that I would not mind seeing more of that. If there was like an offshoot of the DC movies that was just focusing on that stuff.
And maybe we'll get it. That'd be very cool. There's a new run of New Gods right now in DC Comics. Obviously, Mr. Miracle is coming to the DCU. So there's a lot of possibilities with that. So it's completely awesome.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too, sir. Me too. Let's find somebody to raid tonight.
All right. Well, taking a look at the list, I see Tiny Velker is streaming. Jocelyn Nee. I don't remember who that is. Let's see. They only have 4 people. Carmen is streaming with 500. Potastic P has 964. Bubble has 297. Well, how about Tiny Velker since she only has 10?
Let's do it. What's she playing? Oh, she's just chatting tonight.
Yeah, that's okay.
No, that's always good.
Yeah, we were just chatting too. Now, while Keith is doing that, for those of you out there wondering, hey, what are they doing? Why are they talking about these other people, these other streamers? Great question. We're actually talking about doing something called raiding a channel. It's something we can do on Twitch. Unfortunately, not on YouTube, at least not seamlessly on YouTube, because Google, this giant tech company, hasn't quite figured out how to move from one live stream to another the way that Twitch has. So that's what we're going to do over here on Twitch. We're going to keep the party going. We're going to head over and check out our friend Tiny Velker, who is currently just chatting. We're going to raid her channel with those of our viewers on Twitch. But if you're watching us on YouTube, don't be sad. You can like this video, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, share it with all your friends. I'm sure they would love to watch us discuss rumors about DC and Marvel and also break down all these TV shows and movies. And while you're at it, don't forget, get in those comments. Comment down below. And as per usual, we'll see you right here on Not Your Status Quo. Hey fellow nerds, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more of this stuff, make sure that you check out our Twitch stream. We try to do these live Sunday or Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Keep an eye on our social media to find out when you can join in live and chat with us during these live streams. Also, as usual, don't forget to check out our other social media. Add us at Twitter, comment down below, and we'll see you next time right here on Not Your Status Quo.